everyone, today I want to talk about sexual harassment, especially in train compartment. Actually, this problem has aggravated for the last few years. To handle this problem, some councillors proposed the establishment of women-only carriage in Hong Kong. Women-only carriage is a train compartment that takes in female passengers only. Similar carriage has been implemented in different countries, such as Japan, Taiwan, etc. Then, would the woman-only carriage be the solution of reducing the sexual harassment in train compartment in Hong Kong? Let's take a look at it. Statistics show that there was an increase of 30% in the number of reported cases of sexual harassment, including indecent assault in train compartment in 2012. The Hong Kong Foundation of Women's Centres has urged the government to legislate on the issue of women-only carriages to safeguard women's safety. The councillor proposed the establishment of women-only carriage to deal with the problem. They suggested that certain train compartments can be designated as women-only carriage during a specific period of time, such as the rush hour, 7:30 a.m. to 10 a.m. Would it work? For the effectiveness, Japan has implemented women-only carriage in the Middle Shuji Line and the Keihan Line. Investigations show that the cases of sexual harassment dropped from 54 in 2003 to 28 in 2005 in the Middle Shuji Line, and 38 in 2003 to 24 in 2004 in the Keihan Line during the rush hour, which is a significant decrease in the cases of sexual harassment. While the cases of sexual harassment remain unchanged outside of rush hour, which is without women-only carriage, the example of Japan demonstrates the practice would be effective to combat sexual harassment in train compartments. For the cost of women-only carriage, as we can only designate a particular compartment during the rush hour without extra establishment of train compartment, the only expenditure would be the cost of promoting and the staff training. The cost includes allocating resources to train the staff for the new establishment of women-only carriage, advertising the news of new establishment of women-only carriage through TV broadcasts or newspaper, etc. Therefore, the cost for establishing women-only carriage is very limited. Since the similarity in Asian countries, Hong Kong can bring some insights and ideas from Japan's practice. It is commonly known that the cramped condition in train compartment occurs in busy hour, in which has a higher instance of sexual harassment. Women-only carriage can be implemented during the rush hour, that is the 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. in a designated train compartment. So, the women-only carriage is worth to put into practice. Some opponents think that the establishment of women-only carriage is just a bandage solution and does not address the root of committing sexual harassment. Instead of women-only carriage, they suggest education to deal with the increase in the case of sexual harassment. But for me, first, to some extent, establishing women-only carriage may be a bandage solution. However, it is the most efficient way to reduce the sexual harassment in trains at the meantime. For education, it is a long-term measure to prevent sexual harassment in trains, and it cannot reduce the case of sexual harassment in a short time. Second, it is commonly believed that education would be an avenue to prevent sexual harassment. Yet, educating general public and establishing women-only carriage are not mutually exclusive. That means we can do it together. Personally, I believe the women-only carriage can improve the situation effectively in short term. No measure is perfect, as the women-only carriage is a short-term measure and is exacerbate the gender inequalities. However, the advantage brought by the women-only carriage outweighs its disadvantages. Sexual harassment in train compartment cannot be combated solely by the women-only carriages. Both MTR company, bystanders, governments should pay joint effort to put a halt to sexual harassment in the train compartment in order to build a better place to live.